When I get spam calls, I tell them this is my work phone and to call me on my personal phone. I give them the phone number of an old friend who screwed me over big time. So I've known this dude my whole life. We were best friends for 16 years. For probably the past 5-ish years before we parted ways, we dreamed of running a business together. He moves to another part of the state about 5 hours away. And one night he calls me up and says he found a business for us to run together. The time had come. He's found what seems like a perfect opportunity. So I pack up my bags, get my now wife, then girlfriend, on board and move to an area where we know no one and I have no job opportunities. But it was my dream, so why not? Literally sign a lease. Move my stuff into a house we're sharing. The day after I move in, he tells me he's been working on another business, and it's taking off, and tells me without warning he's not doing business with me. It really hurt me, but he was my best friend. So I moved on and tried to make a life for myself in this strange place. Over the next couple years, he starts hanging out with a new crowd, doing drugs, weed and cocaine, and starts saying pretty rude things to me about how I've done nothing with my life and I'm becoming a real loser. I'm infuriated, but I didn't let him know that. Fast forward a few months. I set up a hard-to-plan weekend with all my closest friends to come to our house, and at the end I was to propose to my now wife. Well, the night of the big engagement, she said, yes. I'm over the moon. What does he do? Invites all these new friends over and they crash the party, do drugs in the bathroom, eat the food that I made from scratch for the night and only had enough for my friends. Then 20 minutes after all the food is gone and I have a new fiancé, he decides that they're gonna go to a bar and ditches me with the mess and lack of food. I didn't tell him I was furious. Instead, I pretended everything was okay, letting him think he'd be my best man in the wedding. Then once our shared lease was up, I moved out into a new place with my fiancé. Again, I let him think he was still in the wedding. I sent out invites, and he doesn't get his, wonder why. And I say it should be in the mail. But as the wedding gets closer, I talk to him less and less. Finally, I just cut him off cold turkey. No explanation. Complete and total radio silence. I did this because I wanted him to go the rest of his life wondering what happened and why I abandoned him. He didn't deserve closure. But I'm still mad. Thus why I do this relatively harmless piece of revenge. As the title says, I get scam and spam calls all the time. I am very polite and say that I'm sorry, but this is my work phone, and I'm interested in talking with them, but I can only talk on my personal phone. The guy's phone number who I give seriously screwed me a couple years back after being lifelong best friends. Fuck that guy. Welcome to spam call hell. Clarification, there was plenty of other stuff he did that I called him out on. But I always got those apologies that go, yeah, that's my bad. But you did this, so I'm not in the wrong. So you're bad. Follow or subscribe.